And we're back. Um, so like I was saying, titanium bolsters, titanium pocket clip. That's a very sturdy clip, very strong. And I like how it comes out that far. That's going to fit in the jeans very nicely. I like this gap. Because as you can see on my galleon, the gap in the pocket clip, if you have very thick jeans, it's going to be hard to fit it right in there. Whereas this, you have a lot of real estate to fit on there. So I do like that. Titanium pocket clip, also stone washed. Um, I love that blade design. I'm a big fan of clip points, Bowie style blades. That would be my first choice. After that, I would have to say sheepfoots. I really like those. Um, I went with the symmetrical grind, not the duplex grind, where it's almost like it's like a modified nightmare grind. It has a different grind halfway on this side. But I went with the symmetrical because my sharpening system needs to clamp down on the blade, and if it's, you know, a high hollow grind on one side and then a duplex on the other, it's going to be hard to clamp in the machine to sharpen this. So I went with a symmetrical regular grind so I can at least clamp on the blade right there. Thumb hole, I really like that. That's adequate. I could probably open that with gloves on. And that's a pretty thick blade. Blade stock. Also, Jens makes thicker knives, typically, but this is very adequate. I have no problem with that. A lot of belly on this blade. I do like that a lot. And the tip is needle-like. That's scary. Be very careful with that. But one thing I did notice just so far, take a look at the lockup very early. Actually, for a liner lock, I don't know. No, I guess early would be more like that. But it seems to be more like a little less than a quarter of the way in. That's slightly early. I've seen frame locks lock up a little bit earlier than that. I'm actually comfortable with that. I get a little nervous of very early lockups. Not to say that they don't work. It's just they make me a little nervous. No, it doesn't stick. But if you see where this blade starts, that needle-like point is at the very edge here. Like, if I do that, the thumb of the meat of my index slightly going into that is actually hitting that tip. That's something I might want to be careful with, being a tip down, putting my hand in here. I don't want to snag that tip. You see that? But fit and finish, flawless as you would expect from these guys. Even though this knife was made in a week or less, I'm very impressed. Of course. I can't wait for my next day off so I can actually put this in my jeans and proudly carry my very first custom